Hello everybody, welcome to Chunk TVG Survival Challenge. Here we are on Western Wilds. And we're starting off with a plot of land and this lovely truck and this chainsaw. So what we're going to do is start the engine first. Right, we'll take you down to the land we own. And we'll look at what look the land we've got. Obviously, Survival Challenge is going to start with lumber. There's nothing else we can do. We've got a chainsaw. Well, theoretically, you could cut the grass with a chainsaw, pick it up by hand, but not going to make the most captivating channel. So, I think what we're going to do is cut a few trees down. Now the rules for me: no loan, no lease. So whatever money I sell stuff for is there, every money I get to use. The seasons are off, so I can plant anything at any time. I've sort of done that just to help move forward and get a bit more movement. Now generally I do play with seasons on. So, but other than that, really, that's what we've got. This is our land, plot number 36. Bit of green, grass, meadow, and we've got a bit of woodland, so forestry. Does actually stretch just slightly over the other side of the road here as well. So we have got a few trees down here actually. I'd say pretty much everything to the right would be ours. So we're not doing too bad. So I think what we need to do, so to speak, is crack on. The one thing I will say is I'm going to use super strength with the logging to an extent, and to that extent is the actual logs aren't going to be massive, so it's not like I'll be picking up a whole tree. It is just really just to get a little bit of traction on the first few episodes. Just see what we can do. Obviously I'm sort of putting these in the back of a pickup, so that's actually while I'm here, let's just open the back there, it's getting a bit easier. I have got lumberjack, as you've probably guessed, just to get rid of the stumps again. So I'm not going to go like overly mental. I mean, to be fair, for me, I think that is something that could be picked up, but obviously with the weight on there, giants have sort of went no. So again, I'm not going to go over the top and go like the biggest trees ever and just picking them all up and everything. So there's going to be a tiny bit of logic. In regards to a goal, I think I want to do something with like sheep and cows. I just think I don't know, sort of in my eyes, obviously Western Wilds, talk about the Wild West, cows and open pastures, big fields and such. Production chains, things might change. I'm not sticking to anything directly. I think let's get this little one. don't want to cut these too low either, because I don't want to be able to cut the stump. There we go. So yeah, I want to basically start and not start, but I want to try and not do things like production chains early on. So I think if we're getting sheep and cows, I think it makes sense to do some production. So dairy and fabric and or clothes maybe. But as the series progresses, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe do beef, cows and dairy. Who knows? I really don't know yet. Got to see what brings up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think we can have a really good series going here. So hopefully everybody watching enjoys it, and we'll see what the following months bring. Well, hopefully months, unless if everybody gets really bored and it's just me watching it on my YouTube on my own. But who knows? That'll be fun too. So, okay, what I want to do is, ideally we need to try and get some form of crop in the ground. I don't know if that stump's gonna fall off. So we need to get money together. So like I say, get the trees sold, get the money together, try and get a crop in as soon as possible. There's going to be some limitations early doors, obviously. So like stone picking is potentially going to be a bit of an issue, just because of the cost of the machine. Have I got? I thought I'd got another piece, but it's just that one. So I'll try and get this forced in on the top. Should be alright. Then we can get it sold. I knew that was going to happen. It's too good to be true. Stay. I'll bring this around the other side, because I think there seemed to be actually I thought there'd be more room there, but not. I'll just put it through my back window. No, it didn't stop it, is it? Let's try it, put a bit closer here. No, I'll try once more. If not, actually, if I bring it here, look, there's a nice little. Right there. I want to try and get this one on, because this will be worth more money than that other one. Right, if I get in really quick. Yes! Right. So I have a bit of a scout around, so I know where actually there's a few different places to sell lumber. So let's have a look at the prices. Train yard. Right, I know where that is. Having a bit of a scout earlier. It's not actually too far. One straight road, basically. So, yeah. It's my first sort of. I did do one video on 19, but I was sort of really new to the old game then. A bit more long in the tooth now. Just hopefully it comes across as entertaining. So yeah, I want to do a proper survival series, but I don't want to like make everything super easy on the same hand as well. So I'll try and find that fine balance between entertaining, but obviously a survival challenge, and where we've got movement. We're not just rinse and repeat. So, but what I would want to do hopefully. Actually, I just slowed down way too early then. I thought it was a bit too much, and I saw the truck wobble, and I was like, I better slow down. But hopefully, off this first sale, which I've got a rough estimate in my head to how much it'll be, which I think is going to be about £3,000, roughly. So fingers crossed. Let's have a look. Ha! One fell off. So we got 3,000. It's always a good start. Now, this truck was pulling that easily. It was 2 trees. Was it 2? Pretty much. So, what I actually want to do is look for a trailer just to get more to the lumberyard as soon as possible, really, just to help save going back and forth. So what we will do, there is one I found on ModHub. To be honest, and I think it'll be the one I get, but there is potentially 2 options. One is a proper login tool, the other is sort of just a trailer. So we'll have a look what we think we can fit the most logs in, to be honest. In regards to the area on the left, sort of the derelict farmyard, not gonna lie, I do want to buy it. That is sort of like buy the 2 plots of land to get the whole thing. Luckily the cost of the land isn't too expensive. So it's definitely going to be achievable. The plots of land aren't expensive on here. It's quite flat as well, obviously, which is nice. I mean, I would like a little bit of undulation. I like that word, undulation. But it is what it is. There's other maps for that. Calmlands, obviously, if you'd like the survival challenge on a hill, basically. It's a good map though, I do like it. Sort of put quite a lot of hours separately into that one. So we'll get to the store. I think what I want to do by sort of the end of this episode, the first episode, is get to a position to I think the stores here, is to be in a position where we just have a look at the market. I mean, wood, tempeh no good. No. It's to be in a position where we're ready to start arable farming, or at least get the ball rolling. So I am looking for forestry equipment, and there's that one which is 3,800. But I'm thinking that it's £1,000. It's going to give us a little bit extra. I'm going to leave it the same colour. So that should help us get a little bit more money. Then we need to look into a tractor. I mean the Zeta, 25 horsepower, obviously cheap as chips. But we need to look at something with a little bit more oomph. I mean, to be honest, 400 brake horsepower, £39,000 for the Burr, the Burr, isn't bad, but there are other options. I mean, I wish that was a viable option, but I just think it's a little bit too small. What's the 38? I love these, they're brilliant, but I just think for what we need early doors, that they're not quite powerful enough. So I think that goal will be, I mean, I'd love that. I really would like that, but again, 41,000, it's a bit bit expensive for our first tractor. The Ehrlichman, I love them, but I mean, I would love that 41,000. It has got things. So I mean, you've got the blades for plough, mower for the garden. It's only 1 meter, but plough 1.5 meters. That potentially is an option. Rake. So I mean, you have got a plough, which is sort of 1.5 meters, and the tractor itself is 4,850. So that is an option. I know the 1 meter plough is not going to be much, but it's a start. So it is either going to be the 1630 or the 110. Obviously buying that is a lot more expensive, but it's a lot more of a tractor, even though it's only 20 brake horsepower more. I think, I don't get wrong, obviously going to these 15, would that be more worth it? Maybe. But what I like about this, as it's got the front attacher on it, and it's got its own. Actually just do combos on here, but that one does. I mean, what's the horsepower? That's 30, 32. So I mean, that might be an option just as an early. What's the other options we've got here? Not really. I mean, they would be good, just for the look of them, to be honest. But I just don't think they're practical in regards to the two other three John Deere options we've got here. Let's have a look into ploughs. Let's have a look at the modded ones. So 1.1900, 1.3. It needs 40 brake. So the 4,000 John Deere will just about do that. No chance with those. We need 100 to get any of those. 320 for that, so that's absolutely no chance. 95, 75, 55, but they're also very high on count. I mean, half a meter, 12 horsepower to run that. You know, I mean, obviously the price is a bit ridiculous. So we're either looking at, I think it's got to be, you know what, I honestly think it's got to be the John Deere, the £4,000 John Deere. So get that tucked in. Right, so we are on operation. Get the John Deere multi-tractor thingy-mabig. So we'll get this back. Just about fits. Luckily I can still get that down, so we can still get some decent-ish length logs on there. Luckily the arm is quite long, so we're not going to be able to get many more on there, but we're going to get more. That's the key. So what I'm going to do is, we got that before we tackle anything in sort of the big forestry area on our land. I'm going to tackle the bits over on the side first. So if we got 3,000 off the first one, I reckon 2,000. Sorry, 2 loads should get us where we need to be by the tractor and the plough. Again, it's 1.5 meters. It's not going to be anything superb, but it gets us moving in the right direction. Let's just turn that off. Don't waste fuel. So what I'm going to do, folks, is actually jump into a little time lapse, just to speed the whole process up a little bit. So I will see you shortly. Welcome back, folks. Let's say we've actually not cut down too many trees, to be honest. We had a bit of an issue with the turning on the first. I don't know if you'll see on the time lapse. I basically overloaded it. And the logs are a bit too long. So I had a bit of trouble steering, so that's why I had that bit of an issue and a bit of a weird turn at the lumberyard. So I've corrected it now, to be fair. I mean, that one tree we cut there was massive. We're not going to get as much, definitely. I think we just got just over 5,000 on that last one, so I mean, it was an increase of £2,000. Obviously, I'd slightly overloaded it, but you learn from their mistakes. I think this one will give us about 3,000 is my estimate. $3,200. Not far off. But that does now put us in the position to buy the John Deere and have a little bit of something extra to actually buy a place to live. So we will get back to the land. As I say, it's not. I can't say farm. It's not a farm yet. It's far from a farm, but it will be. So we'll get back to the land. We'll place the living quarters, we'll call them, and then we'll see where we are. Sorry, buy the John Deere. Obviously, got to buy the John Deere. We'll zoom up to the store to have a look. Here we are. Cleared out a little bit of land there, but this little strip of land straight in front of us is where the first field is going. I know it's a bit of a strange one, but for what's going in here, I think it's going to be perfect. So let's buy our humble abode. Construction, farmhouses. Here we are. That's in our land. There we go. That's home sorted. For the £50. I know we're in America and it's on pounds, but there we go. Winning. Right, and back into the store. Small tractors. way across. I've got a fair few. Is it the most looking? No. Could have a hood on it. For extra 600, it's not having a hood. Design. It's not having no lights. Exhaust. Chrome exhaust, old exhaust. I can stop there. Attaches. 3 point, is it worth? No, we'll leave the 3 point at the minute. We can come back. We'll set up. You know, I've just got to do it just for the. I've got to do it for that on GPS, keeping it the colours we are. Buy. Yes. Okay. Get back out of that. And we also want to buy the mini plough garden. As it is. Actually, we do need the 3 point each. Just looking at that. I should have really thought that, you know what I mean? But luckily, we have got the money. So let's jump up to it. I don't think it's going to let me attach it at the minute. Nope. Now I've got to find the workshop. Nice clothes. Nice bales. Animal dealer. It's going to be around this corner, isn't it? There you go. So yeah, I need to put the 3 point back on. Which isn't a big issue. Plods along 12 mile an hour. It's definitely different. I can't say it's not. Customize. Attaches. Alright. Oh, bad driving. Bad driving. Right, folks. What do we think? Let me know. It's different, I will say that, but basically for £7,000 we've got a tractor. Is it just over 7? We've got a tractor and a plough. So personally I think we've done well for the first episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the second one soon. Bye.